Body language is far more important than you'd think. It can really change people's perceptions of you. Here's 2 examples. The first teacher is looking down at his presentation notes most of the time. He stands stiffly behind his desk. His hands, well, they're stuffed in his pockets because he's not sure what else to do with them. He speaks slowly, he kind of mumbles, and you can barely hear him from the back of the room. Well, what happens? You're bored, of course. Your mind wanders off to dreamland. Now, picture teacher 2. He walks confidently around the room. There are no notes, no problem. He knows his stuff. He makes eye contact with the students, keeping everyone engaged. His hands? Well, he uses them to emphasize his points and makes his speech easier to understand. His voice? Clear and loud. He's not yelling, but just right to grab and hold your attention. This teacher has your focus, and you're actually interested in what he's saying. You see the difference? That's the power of body language. Let's dive right in. First, it's all in the eyes. You can tell a lot from someone's eye contact. Now, eye contact can be a bit tricky. Too much? Creepy. Too little? Disinterested. But there's a sweet spot. About 3.5 seconds, according to research. That's enough time to connect, but not so long that it gets awkward. After that, glance away naturally and reconnect. It's subtle, but it keeps things comfortable. In intimate settings, let's say maybe you're on a date, longer eye contact can make you more flirtatious and seem more invested. In professional or casual settings, go for a balance. You don't want to make people uncomfortable by staring at them for 20 seconds and not blinking at all, but you also want to seem like you actually care. So use that 3.5-second rule. If longer eye contact feels uncomfortable or awkward for you at first, just practice it in low-stakes situations, like maybe with a cashier or when you're talking to your family. You'd be surprised at how much people actually share and open up when you seem genuinely interested. Now, the next one is important to implement if you really want to come across as more confident. Number 2, open yourself up more. Now, body language is like a door. A closed door says, stay out. And an open door, well, that's an invitation. When your body is open, uncrossed arms, relaxed posture, you're basically telling people, hey, I'm approachable. Let's talk. Now, you've probably noticed this. I mean, if someone's in a hurry or disinterested, they often stand or sit with their body angled away, and they rarely keep eye contact for long. That is a clear example of closed-off body language. But when someone's fully engaged, like on a great date, they'll turn their body toward you. They'll lean in and even expose more vulnerable areas like maybe their chest or neck. It's subtle, but it speaks volumes about how they feel. So, as a guy, don't be afraid to take up space. When you're sitting, lean back and relax into your seat. There's nothing wrong with a little man-spreading. Don't listen to what they tell you. There's no need to overdo it, though. Just enough to project ease and self-assurance. It's all about showing the world you're comfortable in your own skin and the environment. Number 3, slow down. Confident body language is calm and deliberate. Think about great leaders. They don't fidget, they don't rush their words or seem unsure. They move and speak with purpose, and that calm demeanor inspires trust. It shows that they are in control. And part of slowing down is just being comfortable with silence. We've all been in social settings where you just feel that awkward silence creep in. The default reaction of most? Well, to pull out your phone or make a quick escape, but what if you just sat in it? Let them pull out their phone and fill the silence. You'll be the one who's comfortable, you're owning the moment, and hey, maybe even you'll get more space on the couch because they needed to escape. Those quiet pauses, they're not just okay, they're powerful. They show that you're confident and comfortable with it. They also give your words more impact. So the next time you're thinking about what to say, don't rush to fill the space with or Just pause. When you're walking, don't rush like you're late to a meeting or part of a race walking contest for middle-aged moms. Walk with purpose, of course, but notice your surroundings. Take in the scenery, the people. Enjoy life. Slowing down in everything you do makes you seem more self-assured and in control. The next one is probably something that you hadn't heard about before. Mirroring technique. Now, when I used to work as a tech salesman in my first few months, I had just terrible sales numbers. I was barely making any profit. So my boss wanted a meeting with me to discuss this. Now, what he told me changed my sales numbers very quickly for the better. He told me about several techniques that I was supposed to try. One especially stuck with me: mirroring. I sold more when I started mirroring the customer's behavior and tone. If a customer leaned forward on the table with one arm, I would do the same. And if they told a joke and had a playful attitude, I would crack a few jokes too. Jokes at least that I knew would be actually funny. And the crazy part, it really worked. They felt more comfortable and the whole interaction just clicked. They saw me as a close friend, and it was much easier to convince them of buying more. Now here's the thing, you don't have to be a salesman to use this. Mirroring works because people like people who are like them. The trick is to reflect their vibe naturally. Don't copy them like a parrot. It's subtle, but it makes them feel at ease. At home, you could say. Next is your smile. Who looks more approachable? This person or this person. Smiling or being genuinely happy is contagious, and it releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. If you combine this with just natural silences, both women and men are going to love you, and you're going to be more easily remembered because you made them feel something. So how do you go about doing it? What's too much? You don't want to walk around grinning like the Joker. That's just weird. A genuine smile that happens naturally, not forced, is the right approach. So how do you keep it real? Well, think of something that makes you happy. A memory, a joke, anything that sparks joy, a funny association that you have with the word that they said. It can be anything. So when do you do it? Meeting someone? Smile. It makes you approachable. During a chat? Smile when something's funny or relatable. Saying goodbye? Smile. It leaves a great last impression. Next is facial expressions. If you don't like something, chances are your face has already given it away. Here's a nerdy scientific fact for you. If you simply mimic your smile, moving the muscles in your face into a smile position, you can trick your brain into feeling happier by releasing feel-good chemicals. Let's jump back to that date scenario. Let's say you get rejected. Ouch, I know. And your date walks out the door. Well, here's the hack. If you consciously adjust your facial expression, maybe crack a small smile, you can actually reframe the rejection as a positive and less painful experience that won't feel like a total gut punch. Now, your face doesn't just reflect how you feel, it can shape how you feel. And that's the real power of facial expressions. All right, gents, that's body language for you. Peace out for now.